Beardo Banjo.
I'm just going to come right out and say it. I hate this. I hate this kind of content exclusivity. I'm not a fool. I've worked in the video game industry for years. I worked in a video game store for many, many years. And I understand the importance of exclusives and console exclusives. They sell machines. They sell specific machines. Players buy Xbox because they want to play Halo, or Gears of War, or Forza, or Banjo, or Rare Games, whatever it is. People buy Sony and PlayStation because they want to play God of War, or Last of Us, or Uncharted. It's the reason I bought one. But this kind of content exclusivity has always left an uneasy feeling and a bad taste in my mouth. The first game that did it that really kind of irked me was Destiny. I was a big Destiny fan and I played on Xbox. And obviously the relationship between Bungie and Microsoft had broken down over the years. Whatever happened behind the scenes with Halo happened. I get it. And then they went forward and kind of made a partnership with Sony, but the game was multi-platform. Now, if I went to a game store and purchased a copy of Destiny for £50, 50 of my pounds, I took it home and play it, fantastic. My friend went to the same store, purchased the same game for £50 on the PlayStation, took it home to play it. He had more content than me, purely because of his choice of system. We both spent the same money, we both love the product as much as each other, but he's rewarded for playing it in a certain place. And I get it, that's console exclusivity. But this kind of console exclusivity that kind of divides a fan base of a particular thing and forces them to go a certain way, or to, heaven forbid, pick up a second machine, spend money they might not have just to get a feature that they really want. I hate it. I just hate it. It has always and will always leave a sour taste in my mouth. This one stings even more. And it's not my anger. I own a PlayStation 4. I'm lucky enough to own all the consoles. I have a PS4. I have an Xbox One X. I play on PC primarily, and I have a Switch. I'm very lucky, and I understand that. Avengers, I'll be playing on PC, because that's where the friends are that I want to play with. But I love Spider-Man just as much as any Marvel fan. Surely he means just as much to me as he does to all those players playing on PS4. To have such a iconic character walled off because of the platform you choose to play on, or the platform you decided to spend your hard-earned money on, it's just a bit gross. And I understand the Sony ties with Spider-Man. This is always going to be a bizarre, uncomfortable, and awkward situation. The rights for Spider-Man still lie firmly with Sony, so the exclusive makes sense. I understand why it's on PlayStation, but I feel bad for the Marvel fan, for the Spider-Man fan who has an Xbox. That is their console. You know, I'm not talking about fully grown men that can run out and buy whatever they want because they have hard-earned cash that they can spend on the things they want to spend them on. I'm talking about a kid that has an Xbox and that's the only console, you know, maybe they can afford, or that they haven't got that disposable income. And they love Avengers, and they get that game and they want to play Spider-Man. And they can't play Spider-Man because they don't have a PlayStation. They bought the wrong console. Their mum bought them the wrong console. I don't like it. I've never liked it. Sony came out today and obviously said this is an exclusive for PlayStation. So Spider-Man is coming exclusively to Avengers on PlayStation as post-launch content. We don't know when. I think it was hinted that it was 2021. And there was a blog post about it. Now, on the blog post, the chap who's speaking, Jeff Adams, Associate Art Director for Crystal Dynamics, is speaking about how much this character means to him and how important it is to bring this character to the game, and how proud and excited he is. He actually says it's his dream come true. He's clearly a Spider-Man fan. So are all those people who don't have a PlayStation. And to just say, oh, you just go and buy one then, go buy a PlayStation, is so dismissive and ridiculous. That's not the answer. because it isn't that viable and that obvious for certain people. They can't just run out and buy a PlayStation. Sure, if I want to play a Spider-Man, I can go and buy the game again on PlayStation, but I don't want to spend another £50. Why does my £50 purchase on Xbox net me more or less than my £50 purchase on PlayStation? It shouldn't. It just shouldn't. This playing exclusive content game it's just gross. I understand why companies do it. You know, you're playing favorites. You know, it's like divorced parents tempting their kids with the flashiest toys to get them to love the other one more, tempting them over. You know, it's just dumb. Come play on Xbox because we've got an extra gun. It's a gold gun. You can't get that on PlayStation. Well, come play on PlayStation. We've got an extra car that's branded with this. It's just this kind of stuff. I just wish it would die out. I know it won't, but I just wish it would die out. Locking iconic characters like Spider-Man out of a Marvel product and out of a game that primarily, you know, kids, teenagers, adults as well, everyone will play. It's just gross. You're being rewarded more for your money because you chose a specific platform, and in some cases the person that has the platform didn't choose the platform. It'll be a child who didn't have a say in that. That's what they were bought by their parents, etc. So I just hate it. I would love to see console exclusives go the way of the dinosaurs. I'll say it now. I don't understand it. I get why they exist. I understand why they are a thing. I understand their importance in terms of selling a specific machine to a specific market. I get it. It's a war for your money. PlayStation don't want you to buy an Xbox. Xbox don't want you to buy a PlayStation. So they get exclusives. But it hurts the players. It lines the pockets of the companies that make these machines, but it hurts the players. We all just love video games. Surely. That's why we're here, right? Because we love video games. We love playing video games. They're great. So why can't we all just play the video games we want to play? Surely we should be able to, right? Oh, it does my head in. I'm still excited for this game. I've purchased it on PC, pre-ordered it because I know I'm going to like it and that's why my friends are playing it. I just think we need to stop punishing players for picking a specific platform. If you pick a platform for its exclusives, that's fine. You know, you've made that choice willingly. But if you pick a platform and then multi-platform games start locking off content because you're playing it in the wrong place, it's just gross. And I will always come back to Destiny. My £50 purchase on Xbox didn't get me as much as my friend's £50 purchase on PlayStation. He had extra strikes, extra guns, extra exotics, extra meaningful content, but we both spent the same amount of money. What? What? Why? Sucks. What do you think? Do you think this practice is a good thing or a bad thing? I know a lot of people will say it's a good thing. It's a way for people to, you know, swing people over to Sony, bring people to Sony's brand, bring people into that ecosystem. I understand all that. You know, I'm not a fool. I get why it exists. But with this class of iconic character, I just think it's pretty gross. Just not fond of the practice. I'm not fond of valuing one person's money more than another person's money. You don't know what people's money means to them. You don't know how hard they've had to work to earn that money. So valuing one person's money higher than someone else's because they choose to play on a certain system is, I just think it's wrong. And I always will. And that's my 2 cents. Peace.